Okay, I want to do a short intro on word styles, nothing more at this point. So let's see what we have. Okay, this is a copy of Persuasion that I went and got from Gutenberg and simply cut and pasted it into a raw document without any codes. Okay, this document is clear without any codes. And all I'd like to do now is step one on styles and see if we can do that quickly. And what styles is simply what a paragraph looks like. So if I go here, hit the right button and go to styles, you'll see this is the normal style. And if I change something in here, like make it all italicized, I hit the right button on my mouse and go to styles, and I hit the right button again on, you can see there's a box around normal, and I hit the right button and I say update normal to match selection, boom. And now you see that the entire document, which is the normal style, is now italicized. Okay, but let's pretend I didn't do that. I want to do three styles in this document. I want to do text, I want to do first paragraph, and I want to do heading. So all I'm going to do now is focus on how to create a style for text. So this is going to be the dominant style for the entire document. So what I want to do is I want to highlight any paragraph. I want to go and I'm going to have it Times New Roman. It's easier that way. 12. Okay, now you see that's what it will look like. I want to do a little bit more. I want to go to home, paragraph. I want single spaced, no spacing before or after. Let's justify it. And let's do first line, point two, okay. Okay, that's what it looks like. That looks very nice. So here's what I want to do. I want to hit the right button, go to style, create a style, and I'm going to call it text, T-E-X-T. Okay. This is the first thing first style I have. And because almost the entire document is going to be text, I simply go Control A, hit the right button, go to styles, hit text. Now the whole document is in that style. Now you can see here there's spaces between. And if I go here, you'll see that there are returns a return between each paragraph. So all I need to do for that is get rid of that extra return so that it looks like this. This is what we want. This is what we want it to look like. Let me move to the first paragraph. Okay, this is what we want it to look like. Okay, so the simple way of doing that is simply Control H, which is search and replace. Search for, this is the caret, it's over the number 6, little p, little caret, little p, and replace it with a caret, little p. What that does is that caret, little p is simply the return symbol. So all we're doing is replacing all the doubles with singles. So replace all. Okay. And now, because we're not going to use this front end, I'm just going to get rid of it for now. But I'll leave the title in. I'll tell you why in a second. Let me get rid of everything else. I don't need these chapters. So this is basically what this document is going to look like. But I'm going to, and I'll explain this in a later session, I'm going to put a page break. No, I'm not a page break, a next page right there. Boom. And now if I go to view side by side, you see this is what the entire document looks like. Whatever the font was at the beginning is now gone. That's all the style is you go in, and let me go back to vertical. You go in, you make the formatting the way you want it to, and then you apply it. So I said there were 3 styles. The second one is for the first paragraph of each chapter, I don't want it to be indented. So I simply go paragraph. And you can do it however you want to do it. This is the way I prefer. Boom. I want to give this a new name, a new style. So I'm going to call it create a style. I'm simply going to call it new para. Okay. Now, I only need this particular style at the beginning of each chapter. So let's go down to the next chapter here. Okay. Next, chapter 2, chapter 2. Now, for reasons I will explain later, right after the period of the prior paragraph, I'm going to go layout, break, next page. Okay. I'm going to ignore this for a minute, this being chapter 2, and I'm going to go simply to here, Mr. Shepherd, and then hit the right button anywhere in the paragraph, hit the right button, style, or new paragraph. Okay. Now, why do you want to do that? Well, there are several reasons. You may want to capitalize the first few words, or you may want to do this, which I think looks very good. Let me do it one more time, and that'll be it. That'll be 2. Let's go to chapter 3 right there. Put again, don't worry about this part. Don't worry about, we'll figure that out. We'll get to that later. But all I want to do here, and this is tricky because there's a quotation mark, and we'll get to that later. Boom, style, new paragraph, boom. Okay. Problem here is you'll see when I do this, the drop cap. Okay, that's the problem. So we're not going to do I'll show you how to deal with that down the road. Third and last style I'm going to do right now is the chapter title. Okay. Now, this is quite tricky. Okay. Home styles. Word has a built-in heading styles. Now, what a heading style does is, among other things, it is what a table of contents uses to generate, whether you have one or not. Okay, so this is heading 1. So I'm going to call I want to call this heading 1. Okay, so let me go up to chapter 2. And go heading 2. I'm sorry, chapter 2. See, right now, when I hit the button, go to style, you can see right now it's text because I did the whole thing as text. But if I change it to heading 2, now I do exactly the same thing I did before. Let's call it Times New, change the font, Times New Roman. Let's call it 14. Okay, let's make it black. Okay, let's paragraph. I want to center it. Okay. And then I want a little bit of space between it and the text. So I go here, 12. I want to make this again single space. All I'm doing here is overriding the defaults for this. And let's underline it. Now, all I need to do now is exactly what I did before. Hit the right button, go to style. It's surrounded, heading 1, hit the right button, update style. And that's my new style. So when I move down to chapter 3, remember that was blue. There it is. It's exactly as I wanted. And the last thing I need to do on this is go to the very beginning. Okay, and and you'll see I deleted chapters. So all I need to do is return. Now notice that when I did the return, both this and this are going to be the same style. Okay. In other words, if you're typing in, you're on the text style as you usually would be, and you put a return in, the next paragraph is in the text style. That keeps happening until you change it. So this will be in the home. This will be in the new paragraph style. And this next paragraph, new paragraph, but I don't want this in the new paragraph style, this being this open return. So I type chapter 1, period. Just put the cursor anywhere in there, this, go to heading 1, and there we have it. So if you look at view side by side, this is what this document will look like. Boom. And then if I go, all I need to do is just do one more thing and then we're done. There's chapter 4. So 3 things. I put a break, layout, break. Again, we'll get into this later. Next page, get rid of that return. Go here, style. To get to style, you can hit the right button on your mouse. Hit heading 1. Go here, put the right cursor on, right button on your mouse. New paragraph. That's a little twist we'll talk about later. And this is how styles work. Boom. Okay. Here, boom. So that's all I'm going to do for now. And we'll see what happens in the next time. So thanks for watching. And if you have any questions, just let me know.